Hey, good morning, everybody. I did something terrible. Just so stupid. I uh I got up, started recording. I'm not gonna run all the way back there now, but I was recording, and I said to myself, "Hey, Eddie, you should check to make sure that the audio is recording." And sure enough, it wasn't. So just to make sure that it's recording now, let me just take a quick peek at. Yeah, okay, good. Because I had about 6 minutes of me running and talking and explaining things, and oh, I'm a terrible broadcaster. But anyway, to catch you up on everything, if I run approximately that direction, I found a great town. What I did was yesterday I mentioned that I was not gonna, record anything for you guys again until I found civilization. So we had some stuff to look at, and I went running around and I couldn't find anything. And finally, I remember from the comments that I was reading, there was someone who said, and I wish I wrote their name down. If I'm going to quote somebody, I should at least mention their name. But paraphrase, they said they were very lucky because every time they spawned into the game, they always had civilization near them. And I thought, wait, why don't I just do that? So I left the game, came into the game, and I have a new seed here. And so basically, up top, that direction over the hill, there's like a Leland's, a bunch of houses, an office building. I mean, there's like a whole bunch of stuff. And then from up there, that vantage point, I could see off in the distance, this away is a prison and then some other housing. Down here was the farm, and then some more housing here with another Leland's and stuff like that. So this general vicinity has a lot of stuff in it. It's amazing. Um, so what I'll do is in the comments, if I remember, I'll write down the seed, and you guys will just have to remember the location is X9Y2. And if you come into the seed, to have all this awesomeness, then you can look for this location. Now, a minute ago, I was stuttering, had a really bad frame rate, and now it's playing smooth again. So I made mention of this yesterday that the frame rate for me really kind of does seem to be random at times. Sometimes it's good, sometimes I'm stuttering, and right now I'm in a good frame rate. So, it is what it is. What is that? Oh, fireplace poker. I think that's probably the one thing I haven't tried to use to kill zombies with. Usually there's a zombie in the pantry, and there's not. Salt. I think we might have some duplication still. I already have a good I got the hard case backpack. Do I want to take the shotgun? Yeah, I better take the shotgun because what I'm going to do, and this was some of the commentary I was trying to share with y'all, I'm going to go ahead and take this barn over as my own, this farm, and I'm going to turn that barn into a base. I'm going to go look at the new barn here in a second. I have not looked at the new barn. I love it. I still miss my 22 pistol, but that's the bathroom. There he is. So this baton, when I spawned into the world, one of the first zombies I killed dropped that baton, and it's pretty good. It takes about 3 hits to really kind of kill something. I mean, it's better than a hatchet. Hatchet takes forever to kill anything. So there's the moon going up. Their day-night cycles have improved quite a bit. It's much nicer. I got my flashlight off. I'll turn it on here in a second. If you're new to the game and you're not quite sure how to turn flashlight on, it's just your V key. You have a built-in flashlight. And I think we do have some new folks coming and playing and watching videos. The cool thing about the flashlight is it does have a battery, but the battery, once you use it all up, the battery rebuilds over time. So one of the plans they have, according to their roadmap, is they want to actually put in like batteries you have to find. Why is that colored weird? Odd texture. So the battery is useful currently, It reminds me of my survival flashlight we keep in the car, where you shake it and it recharges, something with electrolytes and whatnot. I don't. This is the new barn layout, and I don't see a whole lot of ladders up here. The other barn was kind of easy to get up to the second floor. See, I could run all along the top. Let's see. Oh, good. I can move these around. I don't know if all the bales of hay. You used to be able to pick up the bales of hay. I guess I can just push them out of the way. The bales of hay, remember, for those who watched before, I used to have like hold an item in my hand, and then I could use that item to push the bales of hay around. It looks like now I can just run into them myself and move them. I still can't pick them up. You used to be able to pick up certain bales of hay so you could stack them, but they made terrible walls. So this isn't too bad of a layout, because the old barn had a ramp. So even if you were trying to secure the barn, the zombies would just walk up the ramp and get to the second floor. So I don't think zombies can climb ladders. So actually, this is a more secure barn. I can still come on the outside. Let's see what it's like over here. And the reason why those outside positions are good, again, that's all for the defensive. Because you can come out here, and if you have like a scoped rifle, you can snipe. And then again, on the ends, I didn't look for a ladder. Can I? No, it's just a couple holes. But again, I like the barn because this is probably the most, currently, the best defensible location that you have in the game. So let's pop off, do a roll so I don't take damage. So if you fall, hold your left control key, and when you hit the ground, you'll do a forward roll. That helps mitigate damage. Now these silos were my other idea for a defensible location. When barricading is fixed, you can actually make ramps, and you could make like pseudo floors in here. So this would be like, I thought it would be cool to just lay out a bunch of plywood sheets with little ramps up, and you could make a multi-layered structure inside, and then you could make like a little ramp between that silo and that silo, and then you could put a plywood sheet here in the openings to keep the zombies out. But anyway, you could live inside these silos. What would be cool is when they fix lighting. Currently, if you light a still, if you take your three logs and make a campfire, it shines through building structures and the zombies can see it. But when they fix stuff like that, I think these silos would be awesome armored fortresses. The barn would be a great shelter. Let's see, I got a ladder out here. So we have a couple ladders. So I still think, like, as much as I like the Leland's, once you empty out your different, your Leland stores of its supplies, I think it's not. So it takes so much, it takes a lot of effort to try and board up one of those. I've tried. But this barn is already defendable. I mean, you could put some wood across these openings, but honestly, once you're inside the barn and up on the second floor, you're pretty safe. So we're going to go ahead and start fortifying this barn. Well, not fortifying, but turning this into our base. Okay, so now I got to remember what direction the prison is from here. I think it's down that road. So what we're going to do is kill him. There's really no need to. I mean, I could just run past him and then get on with my life, but what fun is that? Oh, see, my flashlight's going out. Okay, so the trick is remembering which way the prison is, and then hopefully remember how to get back. We're going to follow a road here. This is much easier to do in the daytime, than it is when it's dark, but it stays dark for a while. So we're gonna run. Oh, did I pick up any food from the farm? No. Duh. I mean, I'm okay on food. Let's see if we can get to the prison. Oh man, I should have took better kind of stock of where I was, which direction I needed to run. I got so excited about the barn, I didn't bother trying to make sure I knew which direction to go for the prison. I don't think that's the prison. I think this is just another... Well, if I get up here, it's kind of elevated, I might be able to see the outline of the barn. I don't have a scoped rifle, so I can't use the scope to kind of zoom around. Darn it. I wish I had a watch. Then I'd know a little bit better what time of night it is. Let's see. I'm going to look up in the sky real quick. Don't crash. This game used to crash all the time on a world refresh, but they've really made that a lot better. This might be a good direction to go. The only reason I was thinking the prison has lots of ammunition and weapons. See, part of me thinks I see the towers of the prison over there, but I really don't know what those are. I think it's just trees. You guys really can't see anything right now because it's dark and I'm letting my flashlight recharge. Oh, it's charged. Not that that doesn't do much better. Well, at least I know where the barn is. You know what? I think that might be the prison. I'll see better once the sun comes up. Once I keep telling myself I should start making my own kind of crude maps. I've just never really taken the time to. But then I'd kind of have an idea of where things are in relationship to each other. And I'd kind of remember, okay, this direction is my farm. Over here would be the prison that I'm trying to find. Okay, the sun's starting to come up, so soon I should actually be able to see a lot better. Alright, so we've got pretty much nothing that direction. Can't believe I lost the prison. I was so excited too. Let's run this way. I have a feeling it's this way. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, let's just run here for a little bit. Belzinski Timberland. See, I keep thinking I see what looks like the towers, but I think they're just clumps of trees that are growing up. Here comes the sun. Let's go. Let me turn that light off. You all should be able to see here pretty soon. A little bit of world stutter. Oops. There you go, game. Now the only other problem, pardon me again, problem, issue, concern is because I don't have the draw distance for trees on, sometimes if I look in the distance, I'll see the buildings, but not the trees. And so when I start running in a direction towards what I think or thought was the prison, it starts to fill in with trees. I mean, I can see that way, though, are some buildings. I need binoculars. That's what they need in this game. Give me some binoculars. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't the way of the prison. That might even be a cabin right there. So we're going to run around just a little bit again. Oh, man. I get lost so easy in this game. There's a prison. I see the towers. I was not even close to getting over to the prison, but I think I saw the towers. Yep. See, the thing, let me look at this. I mentioned field of view once before. Graphics. Yeah, I got it shrunk. Okay, I don't know exactly how this works, and I know I've got folks that watch this that are much, much smarter than me. But when I have the field of view out to, like, I think the default was like 120, I get this really bad fisheye effect where the things in the dead center of the screen are pretty clear and easy to see, but then things on the edges of the screen are like super blurry. And when I rotate my camera, they like zoom in. It's just really weird looking. Oh, the tower's up on that hill. Oh, jeez. I totally was not going the right direction. Well, anyway, when I change my field of view to 50, it eliminates that effect pretty much, but I still get a little bit of effect where if I turn my camera on the edge of the screen, things still tend to stretch. It's not as disorienting as before, but I'm wondering if there's a problem with their field of view setting. Something doesn't seem quite right. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But it looks like, because sometimes what I can do is if I see something in the distance, I'm not sure what it is, I just turn my camera, the game zooms it in a little bit, and I go, oh, that's a Leland's. And that doesn't seem like it should do that. I don't remember it doing it as badly in the other builds, but it does so now. Alright, so what we're going to do, now that I know the direction of the prison, I'm committed to it now because that's where I got to find food and weapons. I got the shotgun, but I love pistols. So what we'll do is we'll run to the prison just to make sure I am actually on my way towards the prison, and then we'll call it a day. And then what we'll do is we'll start running supplies from the prison back to the farm. That way, you know, we can start stockpiling our survival essentials. Oh, this cornfield's a lot bigger than I had anticipated it being. Wow. I hope I didn't turn myself around. I honestly thought the prison is up here, so I'm going to go up this hill and see how close the prison is. Should have stole a bicycle. As useful as that bicycle is for traveling, I don't know why I never pick it up. I should. Okay, on the road here. The roads are much better than what they've been in the past. I still find some odd, goofily laid out roads, but so much better. Let's come up here so I can get a peek. Where are you, prison? There it is. Alright, perfect. Oh man, that is so much further away than I thought it was. Now this is some stuff here that I was trying to make notes on, like where roads meet up with parking lots of buildings. It's still kind of glitchy. The game, in my opinion, has gotten to a point now where some of the obviously super majorly broken things that are super noticeable are kind of gone. So when you see little mistakes, they really stand out. Oh, how many zombies are there? Alright. Well, there's 3 over there at least. I got a couple over there. Water tower. And my farm is back that way. So that's going to be the biggest thing for me. I got to remember northeast. Go down that road. I'll eventually find my barn and the prison. So let's go ahead and end it there. So got a good location here. Lots of places to explore. Lots of places. So like when the multiplayer is working, depends on what your definition of multiplayer is working. They do have a multiplayer and you can play with people, but it's real kind of laggy, and you know it could be a lot better. But when the multiplayer is set up, what would be very fun is this is the kind of location where people would want to defend. I mean, this would be a great place for setting up a base with some folks. Maybe not like right here, but like you pick a spot. You say, okay, this is our spot, like the barn. We have a reason we like the barn, and then from there, you could send people out to scavenge for supplies. The thing is, I know a lot of folks, when you play a game like this, what is there to do? Once you have food and you have fire and you've got weapons and you've cleared the area of zombies and the zombies aren't coming to kill you, then what do? That's why a lot of the games have that hardcore PvP aspect to it, because once you have the essentials, there's nothing left to do but you might as well go around and kill each other because you're safe from the apocalypse. So I'm hoping in time, when these folks start to add a more robust crafting system to where you can craft who knows what, but crafting and farming, this game, because its emphasis is more on being a simulator, this I think is going to draw the type of crowd that wants to I'll even use the word kind of role play out in existence. Even if you're a solo survivalist, when you can craft and do farming, it's a simulator. This is not meant to be an action-packed game. It's there, get your weapon, go kill zombies, but I think this is really going to lend itself more towards that survivalist crowd once they can start adding in some of those essentials like farming. Now see, here's what I mean by that zoom. When I rotate my camera, I can see that zombie really, really well, but when I focus on him, he goes far away. I don't know what's up with that. That's just me. But anyway, we're going to stop here. I've had my chance to babble on for a little bit. When we come back, though, we'll focus on making trips from the prison back and forth and setting up a supply base on our farm. We have everything. Houses, Leland's, maybe not a sports or whatever the little store is, but we have so many locations that we can branch out from to gather supplies. I'm excited. Might try some barricading. Maybe it's by seed. Maybe this seed will be lucky and I can actually barricade and build stuff, but we'll find out. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. I don't know the next time I will put out a Dead Linger, because in the United States it's going to be the 4th of July tomorrow, specifically Friday the 4th of July, and so I might not put anything out for my extra long weekend. So if I don't, I hope everyone has a great, safe, happy holiday. And for everyone else that doesn't celebrate 4th of July, I hope you enjoy your weekend. And if nothing else, I should have something to put out for you guys on Monday. Alright, so take care, everyone. We'll talk to you later. Bye.